Hey everybody, welcome back to my RC life. Today we're going to start on part 1 of Project E-Revo Resurrection. What's going on everybody? Traxxas Mike from my RC life, and today we're going to jump in to some of my collection you may not have seen so much of. What we got here is actually a first gen Traxxas E-Revo. Now, I got this car as a roller. Yes, it does have the Mamba Monster motor in it. But what this originally had in it was 2 brushed motors in it. It had one here, and as you can see, this motor mount, another motor would bolt in this way. Which, when I bought it, it had no motors, no ESC, no nothing. I just bolted the Mamba Monster in where one motor went. And I did have a piece of something over here to keep dust and dirt off, but it fell off. Now, you can buy a motor mount to bolt on this transmission. I just don't have this second thing. It just kind of comes across flat. Or this is blocked off or something. But I had one, but I don't remember what happened to it. But I'm going to have to order one of those again, a single motor mount for that bolts onto this transmission. Now, why I haven't had this on the channel at all is because of these stupid plastic drive shafts. If you put Mamba Monster power and some success into this thing, this is what happens constantly. So you gotta be really careful on the throttle. Don't do no backflips or jumps, because it lands just a little bit under power and pop, it'll blow a drive shaft. So what we got here today is a set of metal ones. I've been needing these for years, actually. And I just had the new Max and the X-Max and everything and all the good cars. The other good cars I've been running. So I kind of let this one hit the back burner. When this used to be my pride and joy. How could I do that, right? I don't understand it either. So today, we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy back up to snuff. 2 thumbs up. Oh yeah. So I got some of my normal tools out here. Got my little pit mat. Okay. I haven't worked on this thing in forever. So I don't really remember exactly what I had to do to go about getting these off. Okay, it's coming back to me now. First thing we need to do is take off this link bar. Pop these little rubber guys out here. Just like that. Just a little rubber guy. Get my handy dandy pit mat and store them in there. And there's another one on the bottom here. Get that out of there. And I do believe the Allen wrench size in there is a 2.5 millimeter. Yes, I'm right on with that. Unscrew them, and you can see it just unscrews it right out of the old A-arm there. What that does is allows this to swing out so you can get this apart. Now on these axles, you actually don't have to, if you're just replacing your plastic axle, you can just unbolt your axle shaft right up in here. And this will slide in and out enough where you can just pop it out and change it. But with the metal ones, obviously, they don't have, they're dog bone style, so they don't have much adjustment on them. Only a very small bit of adjustment there. So that's why I'm doing it this way on this old girl. Great time to inspect your bearings. I don't want my bearings to be spiked out. So yeah, I gotta check those out. Them ones look good, but we'll really check them out here in a second. I mean, it only takes a couple extra seconds to do this. You might as well, guys. How I always check them is I will slide the bearing back onto where it's supposed to be, and then check for slop. Make sure it spins good. Okay, and then here's the outer, this one, or the inner, outer, whatever. That one's good as well. Up in there, there is a little Allen bolt that you got to take out to get this axle out. Now, you can't get to the Allen bolt unless, like this way very well. But the best way, I do believe, is right through the bottom here. See, that goes a lot easier through the bottom. You pop your little, it's one of those dry shaft pins or axle shaft pins, whatever you want to call them. And then this piece will come out. Now, I have a T-Max, you know, a nitro car that I'm going to save these for because, you know, it's a T-Max. You don't have enough balls to blow this. They're gutless, you know. Yes, it's the 3.3 model, but still, they will never, I mean, eventually, yeah, I could get this to waller out enough and blow one, but I've had that thing for 3 years and it never, ever even thought about blowing an axle. But I will save these to possibly go back on that one day if I landed it wrong and it broke, or after another 3 or 4 years maybe. Not because of power, because everybody knows nitro does not have the power that an electric motor does. I'll save these for that, just in case it blows them one day. Screw these ones back on up in there. Wha-bam! Okay, now these were bought and used off from eBay, and not that, you know, they're in great shape, but the rubber from sitting around, a few of them have a small little dry crack like that. So for like another $7, you can get a whole brand new set of the rebuild, the rubber bushing rebuild thingies. So yeah, I've got some of these as well. So we're going to be doing the rebuild on these. Now, after you pop this rubber thing off, your red guy here will slide off the front. And that will give you access to this little pin right here. And that pin will slide out, just like so. And then this will come off. Don't try to pull the rubber things off from this end. It looks like someone may have, because you know, you can pull them on and off like that, but that's probably why these are kind of tore up. Don't pull them on and off from this side. I'm almost sure that's how someone did these, because this one is tore up a little bit too. See that? Yeah, it only takes just a half a second. Not even, you don't even got to take a bolt out. You just got to pop this off, slide this off, and then everything just slides off this end here. Really easy. We got one of each style. So let's go to our rebuild kit and caboodle here and get one of each style out of our rebuild. 1 and 1. All right. Now the longer one will go on first. Slide that down towards the end. Make sure you don't lose your inner pin thingy here, because that will also slide out at the same time. You don't want to do that. Sometimes even greasing this up with a little WD-40 may make things go a little easier. What I found out works pretty good is you grab a pair of needle nosers here, stick them through like so, spread it out. I mean, don't yeet it right out. Spread it out a bit. Bam. She's on. We get our axle stub end here. Make sure our pin is lined up good. Okay. Our pinholes are lined up good. Then we'll just insert the pin. You can see it right through here to make sure it's getting lined up correctly. Okay, now look at that. That one's lined up. Now I don't think it matters which way these go, this way or this way. They look the same either way. Then you're going to put this rubber thing back on. Bam! You're done. That one is rebuilt. Get the front here back on. Got that all lined up. I'm going to put a little bit of the blue Loctite on there. Okay, we got that bugger up in there. Reinstall my two bearings that I checked out here. Get that one in. Get this guy here in. Stick your axle shaft in like so. Get it all the way in there. Oh yeah. Line up the old dog bone. Just like so. Then put your rubber guy up on there. And then go ahead and screw your bolts down here in. Alright, got that in there. Slide our rubber thing all the way back on now. Sometimes while you're putting it on, putting the axle and stuff, bolting it in, this rubber thing can slide off. Okay guys. Now that baby is back together. Oh, this bearing had also fell out while I was assembling, so I'm going to go ahead and get that back in there too. Yes! Alright, what I'm doing right here, guys, is I'm just finishing getting out the old axle shafts. And then I'm going ahead and I'm going to rebuild all of the rubber ends on the metal axle shafts here. Now that I got all of them done, I'm going to go ahead and start installing them. Alright guys, well, we got all 4 metal axles into the Revo now. Now all I'm going to do is put my hex pins in, throw a set of hexes on it, and this will be the first time that this thing has had tires on it in over a year, I think. It's been a while. All right, guys. Sounds like the mesh is even on. I know it's got steel gears. Yep, it's got a steel gear on it. Oh, man. It's been a long time coming since this bad boy has been up and running. Whew, I can't wait to run it again. All right, guys. The E-Revo is well on its way to being back and running again. Next time, the little bit of work that it needs to get her freshened up and back on the road, we're going to go ahead and install this Traxxas ESC. We have one tire that needs to be glued, and we need to find our receiver box covers, tighten up a little wiring, things of that nature. So until next time, guys, I'm Traxxas Mike from My RC Life, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to drop a comment below. I try my hardest to respond to all of them. Please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button. If you know anyone that may like this content, please share this with them. I'll see you later.